because it's all part of the plan.
DJ Ill Will. DJ Ill Will. DJ Ill Will.
She was so sexy, but so crazy.
What's going on, man? We back in the Low Key Cave. Keyshawn Nimes YouTube page, aka Mr. Low Key. What's going on YouTube? Shout out to my subscribers, man. Shout out to everybody viewing my videos. And shout out to all my subscribers that's checking out my Black Summer reviews and my Black Summer versus The Walking Dead reviews. Hey, I love the debates we got going on and the conversations we got going on. I'm telling you, if you're not watching Black Summer, check it out on Netflix. Shout out Netflix. Hey, 2021, y'all coming with it. And we gonna come with this review. I got a movie review of Fear Street, Part 1, 1994. I'm a horror fan. You are talking about Scream, Halloween, Friday the 13th, the whole series. You're talking about Friday the 13th, Jason in Manhattan. Like, I love it. Him on the boat and them going to Manhattan and my man trying to box him on the roof. Hey. Nostalgia. I love horror, man. And as far as what they did with this, you talking about, I don't want to give nothing away. I want to spoil nothing if you haven't seen Fear Street Part 1, 1994. But one thing I'm going to tell you is the way they put killers, you hear what I'm saying? Killers in this movie, I'm like, whoa. Because at the very beginning of this movie, I love it. I don't care what nobody had to say. Even if they would have went this route, I still loved it. This beginning of this movie is straight up Scream. Hold on, y'all. I gotta make sure the beginning of this movie is straight Scream. You talking about the first Scream with Drew Barrymore. Man. You're talking about the killer chasing after Drew Barrymore when she get at the house and the slow motion with him about to stab her. It's straight Scream. The thing they did though, and the thing I really love about this movie, and like I said, even if they would have went the regular traditional slasher route, they do got, this movie is a slasher, but the route they go, I'm trying to think, have I seen this way before? But I'm thinking about certain movies and I feel like it's been certain movies, but I don't feel like it's been this route. What they did with this being it is a part 1, and now I'm knowing, saying, oh, okay, because I was thinking like, how are they gonna do this, make this 3 movies, but it's like trying to be one story, and I'm like, okay, now I'm really enjoying this. And then when you start to see who behind the scenes, these are some people who done Stranger Things, and you're like, oh, okay, why y'all didn't tell me that? I enjoyed this movie a lot. I enjoyed it a lot because I'm not even gonna front. In the middle of this movie, and I'm gonna get to the plot or whatnot. In the middle of this movie, I was like, "Oh man, what we doing? Are we doing this regular stuff?" Because I was I ain't gonna say I was getting bored, but to me, it was, I don't know if it was going that route of, oh, now we gotta find out who this killer is, blah blah blah. Then they did something. I'm like, whoa, okay, I like this. Where we going in? I'm telling you. Let me start over. This is a movie. We're starting off in 1994, and as far as the nostalgia, I'm not gonna front. The nostalgia is there, but I ain't gonna lie, I felt like I was in 2021 watching this, straight up. I just did. I felt, don't get me wrong, the nostalgia was there, some of the elements was there, but I would say think about, no, not even that. It just didn't give me the feeling of being in that moment. Now, at the beginning of the movie, I'm telling you, it gave me that feeling of being in Scream. The beginning of the movie gave me that feeling of being in Scream. But throughout the movie, and I still enjoyed this movie. I didn't have to have that feeling to still enjoy this movie, but what I'm saying is, I didn't feel like I was in 1994. I didn't feel like I was in 1996 Scream. I didn't feel like, you know what I'm saying? But I still felt the nostalgia as far as them being chased. goddamn the nigga Jason, basically, you know Jason when before he put on the iconic hockey mask, you know he had the shit over his face. The what is it like? Damn man, it's the shit that's in this movie. He don't got a hockey mask on, Jason. In part like Friday the 13th Part 2, Jason ain't wearing no hockey mask. He got this sheet shit over his face, and he chasing these motherfuckers with this axe. And this dude in this movie, goddamn, boom, boom. I love that shit. That takes me back to that nostalgia, nigga. Blockbuster days going to rent the movies. I'm just saying, man. But we are in 1994, and you had this girl named Dina. I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. Our main character, Dina, her brother Josh. Her brother Josh is this dude that's on the internet. Like, this is the first thing. This is like AOL startup, I think. Like, this shit is the beginning. Like, they taking it there with that nostalgia, like the big box monitor or whatnot. Like, that shit is the old shit. But he's online chatting with somebody, and this is going to come up later in my review, but he's online chatting with somebody, and they're talking about the murders, because at the very beginning of this movie, in the mall, it's this girl and her friend. They're pretty much closing the mall down. The name of the town, I think, is Shadyside, and they're close to another town called Sunnydale. Not Sunnydale. See, I'm about to say some Buffy the Vampire shit. I'm telling you, they got all that nostalgia here. But either way, these two people, it's a girl and a boy, they're about to close down the mall, and somehow this girl starts getting chased by this guy in this skull mask. And it's straight up some screams. I'm telling you, it's straight up screams. She get a phone call, nobody saying nothing, and then she turned around, and I thought she got stabbed, but she got some shit blocking her. She's basically running throughout the mall, and it's a very, very good scene, I gotta say. It's an intense scene, and she's running through this certain place. You done been in certain places when you been in a mall, bro, and she in here, and it make the mall fucking scary as hell at the beginning of this movie. I'm telling you, they made the mall scary as shit if you in there and it's dark as hell. But basically, long story short, she get chased by this guy, and they did something with this, and I'm thinking it wasn't going to be no reveal or nothing, and you weren't going to see who this guy was. This is going to be a running gag where you're going to have to find out who this guy behind the skull mask is, but it's not that. And coming from, I did a reaction to the trailers, and I said, we're going to have some kind of possession thing going on, and that's pretty much what you got going on with this movie. But the way they do it, I'm telling you, is really, really enjoyable, and I enjoyed it because I was like, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I was looking at the trailers, I did reaction to the trailers, but okay, I love what they did with it because you're not getting one killer in this movie, and it's not a killer that has this one agenda, one motive, and they doing this, it's something more sinister going on. It's like, hey, it's a reason why we're getting 3 movies, and I enjoyed that because, like I said, I was wondering how are they going to do that, what are they going to do with that, but the way they do it is very interesting. But anyway, like I said, as far as the plot, this whole situation go down in the mall, and this girl ends up getting killed or whatnot. Like I said, this is in the trailer. I ain't trying to spoil too much if you haven't seen the movie, but yeah. And the way they revealed the killer, like off the gate, I'm like, whoa. And you obviously can see that this guy is possessed. He's under some type of influence, or somebody's taking over his body or whatever. And then we start following our main character, Dina, and her brother Josh. And Dina is pretty much in a situation where she's in love, and I got confused. I ain't even gonna front. I didn't know who she was in love with. I'm not gonna give it away or nothing because, like I said, I don't want to get too many spoilers away. I might slide a couple spoilers in here and there, but I'm not gonna give too much away. But she's in love with a certain character that's moved out of the town that she still lives in, that's cursed or whatnot, because this town has basically been cursed, and we gonna find this out throughout the movie and probably throughout all 3 movies of a trilogy. But one thing I want to say is they got a real good shout out to R.L. Stein at the beginning of this movie, because it's like a lot of books, and the books is by some guy I think named Robert Lawrence or some shit. The initials though, R.L., you know. But yeah, definitely is shouting out R.L. Stein in this. But we start to follow basically Dina and Josh. Josh, like I said, he is all over this thing as far as this curse, and this witch is supposed to be possessing people or whatnot. And oh my gosh, man, I'm telling you, like I said, shout out to the nostalgia in this movie. They have a scene in here where he's talking about Josh, Dina's brother Josh. He started talking about a whole slate of murders that's done happen in this town, and you start getting these names, he's naming people, and you getting flashbacks, and you getting these looks of these killers. And I'm telling you, I'm not gonna give nothing away, But I'm like, how were they able to do that without, I'm just saying, I'm like, whoa, they did that. And it's not in a parody way. It's not in a way where it's laughable. It's in a way where like, oh, I would like to see that. I would like to see that. Think of Brightburn, what James Gunn was doing, and I actually mixed it where at the end of the movie he had these little images of certain other people that, you know what I'm saying, how they was doing with Brightburn with the so-called Superman or whatnot. But in here, they do something like that similar where they start naming a bunch of these serial killers and they throwing flashbacks and they showing you how these serial killers look, but because of this certain curse. And I'm like, the way they did it, and it's just a great scene, man, and I loved it. It wasn't in a way where it was like, we got to throw this in here because we're trying to be nostalgia. We're trying to show you that what movies that we love and why we doing this type of movie. It was in a way where, like, I know that, yeah. Think of Cabin in the Woods. When you start seeing all of these different killers, serial killers, different creatures, like I'm telling you, it's a very, very cool scene if you're a fan of horror movies. Hey, but I definitely love that scene. But I don't, like I said, I don't go too much away. And the plot you're getting is her basically getting upset with the person she's in love with. Dina, I'm talking about, and Dina is in love with this person named Sam. I'm not going to say who this person is, but you have this situation where these two towns are rivals, and Sam is on the other side and Dina is on the other side. She's in the town where the town is cursed or whatnot. I think, damn, Sunnyside. I'm sorry, bro, if I'm forgetting the name of the town, but the town that is cursed by this witch or whatnot. Anyway, throughout the plot, like I said, you get into a situation where this team, like I said, these two sides are rivals or whatnot, these two towns or whatnot, and Dina and Sam are on the opposites, and they get into a situation where it's like they get into some chase on a bus or whatnot, and a situation happens where they didn't say nothing about this, but Sam and Dina both, their nose start bleeding, and I was kind of like, I was thinking at that time, is somebody about to get possessed or something then, but not, and the situation ends up happening, and basically this curse comes back around in this town. And my thing was, ain't the curse still there? If this dude, I don't know, man. I got a little confused at that part, but maybe we're gonna get some more explanation, throughout the other two movies, because this is a trilogy, so we got 2 more movies coming. So basically, as far as how I feel about this movie and my review, like I said, I just wanted to give y'all a little info on the plot or whatnot. Like, you've seen the trailers and whatnot, so you should know. But I said I enjoyed it. I went into this enjoying the beginning, and I was thinking, they was gonna go one way, and they didn't. I was like, okay, I'm cool with that too. Like I said, then we get to the middle, and I'm enjoying what they're doing. I'm like, what are they doing? Because I'm getting confused a little bit, because they got scenes where this guy is basically stalking them in his skull mask. I'm like, okay, who is this? Are we going to have to find out who this is? And we end up again finding certain things out. And you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? And that's the part I started enjoying, because it didn't give me what I was expecting, and that's the great thing. It's what I love about show like Black Summer. I don't want to bring Black Summer to this. Like I said, I love Black Summer on Netflix, but I'm just saying, you got people that you wouldn't think gonna make it. You think it's gonna survive, and they not. And that's another thing about this movie. It's a long time you getting points where people are just, they make it, they good. Like, nobody's really getting killed. People are getting out of situations, and then I'm telling you, by the end of this movie, the shit hits the fan. It's people that start fucking dropping. I'm not gonna get nothing away, but motherfuckers just start dropping, and you like, whoa, I thought that, no. And you got certain characters that you already enjoying, then you got other characters where you like, I don't know if I'm really fooling with this character. Then throughout the movie, you start enjoying him, because I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna say something, and y'all know what I'm talking about if you've seen this movie. But if you haven't seen it, once you watch the movie, you're gonna be like, I don't know if I would have done that for her or for him. I'm telling you, I don't know if I would have done that for her or for him. I'm just saying, you gonna know what I'm talking about. It was a big sacrifice. And I'm telling you, to be honest, it was a fucked up sacrifice, because it kind of did not work. And you gonna know what I'm talking about. It didn't even work. But it's very, very, oh my gosh, man. It just, the scenes in here, they giving you that nostalgia without throwing it in your face and without making it a parody. You're getting, like I said, the chase scenes, you're getting some of these kills, and you're like, yo, y'all just took me back to like the 90s. You just took me straight up back to the 90s. And the way people are getting killed in here, straight up 90s. But it's not in no cheesy way. And if maybe people have seen some cheesy stuff in here, I don't know. I didn't see no cheesy stuff in here. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the characters, the development of the characters. I wanted people not to get killed. And I gotta be honest, by the end of the movie, I didn't want none of these people to die. I didn't want none of them to die. I wanted them to succeed at whatever they was trying to do. But I loved it. And I love how the movie, look, man, this is a horror movie, so it shouldn't be no spoilers. And like I said, this is telling you part one. So by the end of the movie, no matter if it seems like stuff is all good or whatnot, you already know ain't everything all good. It's not gonna be all good. This is a horror movie, and this is the 90s. Nothing never went right at the end of a horror movie in the 90s. Nothing. And I feel like, do y'all feel like Halloween, John Carpenter's first Halloween, did they start that tradition of just throwing you off at the end of a horror movie? Then again, maybe they didn't, because like I said, I really love those movies. Think of Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock Psycho. I watched this movie in school. I had never watched it before. It was my first time watching it, and you have a main character get killed in the middle of the movie. You're like, what's going on? What are we about to do? Them movies are the ones that take you, like, and this one, to me, it kind of done that, but it's like it's towards the end, and I enjoyed those moments because it's like you're not expecting those moments. You're not expecting certain things to happen, and when those moments happen, you were just sitting there like, wait, no. But Fear Street Part 1, and like I said, the people behind this, you can tell that they have a very, very candid love for horror movies, whether it was the 90s, 80s, or going back to 70s, always leading up to the 2000s. And I'm really hoping that even after this trilogy, maybe they'll do some more, because I'm thinking Fear Street has a lot of stories out there they can do, especially with R.L. Steinhardt. And I'm telling you, if the way they doing this, I would love for them, if they don't want to do more Fear Street, reboot Goosebumps and make it rated R. Is that a big deal? Do y'all feel like, I want y'all to let me know in the comment section, should they reboot the Goosebumps series and make them R-rated? Make them turn them stories into R-rated stories. I'm not talking about nudity and all that. I'm talking about the kills. Like, go there with these stories. Go to extra height with these stories, because there's some kills. There's some shit in these movies. And they even showed a preview, because part 2 is coming out, which I think is 1978, which is straight up Friday the 13th. It's straight up Friday the 13th. It's camping, everything. I can't wait till next Friday for this shit. This movie is definitely putting you in that nostalgia roller coaster, and it's not a bad ride. You're going to have your hands up. I love it. I'm telling you, because I did not know how they was going to do this, but now it's some twists and turns in here. By the end, you're sitting here like, wait a minute, what's going on? I want to see more. I'm telling you, I really enjoyed this. So if you have watched this, let me know in the comment section, how did you feel about this? Did it put you in a nostalgia seat? Did it give you that great feeling? And did it give you some new things? Because to me, it gave me some new things. It gave me some things that I think you can end up doing with some horror as far as plots or whatnot. I enjoyed this plot. I don't know. I have to go back and check my horror catalog. I'll say I love horror movies and see, maybe I'm missing some movies that did something like this. I'm telling you, maybe I just enjoyed it so much, and I enjoyed this character and the story and what they was doing, because I'm just sitting there geeking out as far as horror fans. When it's a moment where Friday the 13th, Jason nigga just hitting this door and he's trying to get through, and it's off the chain. He just in there, bam, 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 and I'm sitting there like, y'all got to do something. Y'all got heat coming. But definitely, man, this was basically just my review. I enjoyed this, man. Y'all gotta let me know, have y'all checked this out yet? You definitely need to check it out. Fear Street Part 1, 1994. It gave me some surprises. It gave me that nostalgia, but it gave me nostalgia in a good way. It didn't give me in a way where I was like, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. It gave me some of those moments, but it gave me the moments where I was like, oh, yes, I remember, like, taking those chases. Like I said, to me, it's those chase scenes. And you remember all those horror chase scenes in the 90s, man? Come on. Scream, Urban Legend. Like, I Know What You Did Last Summer. To me, all of that type of elements is there, including trying to bring those other elements in. And the way they did this, I already could tell what they're going to try to do in 1978. You talking about Halloween. Friday the 13th, I think, was Nightmare on Elm Street, or was that 80s? Either way, I can't wait. Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about Fear Street 1994 Part 1 on Netflix. I feel like Netflix is doing something. I love what they're doing, especially, man, with their shows and with their movies. Not all of them, but some of them. But definitely hit me in the comment section and let me know how y'all feeling about Fear Street Part 1 1994. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is the road to 200 subs, man. Man, shout out to my subscribers, man. Shout out to everybody leaving comments, man. I love the conversations we are having. We can definitely do this with this movie, and I'm trying to do some things. Hey, we can zoom in. Hey, we can do this, man. Y'all can zoom in. We can have some conversations and some debates, Q&As or whatnot about certain shows or whatnot. Hey, just let me know. Leave it in the comment section. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. This is the road to 200 subs. Once again, shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to everybody viewing my videos, man.
Why you have no friends?
Look, some gal killed a bunch of people at the mall last night.
Holy shit. Another Shady Side tragedy. Fits the narrative, right?